The military financial struggle is real. Let me clarify what I'm talking about. I am not talking about an individual being in the military and not being paid enough. Some people are going to say they do get paid a lot. Some people are going to say, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about individuals in the military who do not know how to manage their finances, their personal finances. At the same time, this video is not about individuals in the military who manage their personal finances extremely well. Those people do exist. And let me give you some history. My knowledge comes from, in the past, I was a financial counselor for military members, 6 years. So I spoke from experience at that point when I had inside knowledge. Now I don't have inside knowledge. My capacity where I work is completely different. It's not even related to finances, which I like because I'm doing something completely different. And change is good, even though I still love the personal finance topic. But I make observations. And I also speak from experience in the sense that a lot of the mistakes that I get to see as an outsider, or in the past, the mistakes that I saw as an insider, I made. The only difference is I made them when I was a civilian. So it doesn't really matter whether you're a civilian or a military member. But my focus is on the military member. And I do have a passion for individuals to improve their personal finances. Here's what I get to see. We have accredited financial counselors where I work. I'm not one of them. And they deal with individuals, whether it's a classroom or one-on-one. And a lot of the things that these service members come into is assistance because they have no clue sometimes how to manage their finances. That's not a good thing. The good thing is that they come here, they speak with someone, and that individual is going to teach them individually, if needed, how to create a budget, how to reduce debt, how to eliminate debt, how to have a savings account, how to invest. A lot of financial topics. As you know, finance is a very broad topic. So there is help available, and these individuals are seeking assistance. What I want to focus on is the negative aspect. My observation as an outsider, where these individuals are coming in and requesting loans through an emergency assistance organization, such as Air Force Aid, Army Emergency Relief, or Navy Marine Corps Relief Society, where they provide interest-free loans to service members for an emergency. Emergency could be emergency travel, or something's going on with their car and they don't have the money. Again, my observation is that the majority of the people who come in for assistance are young individuals. And I have more patience for those individuals because I was young and dumb once. And most likely what they're doing, I probably did the same. So I have patience for that. Unfortunately, sometimes you have individuals in their 30s or 40s or even 50s or retirees that come in for assistance. And sometimes the older they are, the more that I may say to myself, it's unfortunate that for some reason it didn't click. The basics of finances. So these individuals can have a life full of success financially. To me, it boils down to this, is the basics of finances are very basic. Spend less than you earn more. Know how much you earn. Track your expenses. Put some aside for a rainy day. Have some balance. Those are the basics right there. I learned that from my mom, even though I did get sloppy when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. I changed when I joined the Air Force. I had to change, and I'm happy I did, and I hope these individuals change as well. Those are the basics. With personal finance, it's not rocket science. I realize some people don't want to learn more than the basics. Some people don't want to learn the basics, and that's unfortunate. When we compare military members to the civilian community, maybe they are better off, maybe they're not. I don't know because I haven't done research, and I'm sure that the civilian world, there are people, young and old, who are experiencing the same troubles or challenges financially as our service members. I had a conversation with my wife. How do we fix this? I don't know the answer, but here's a suggestion. You've probably heard, do they teach the basics of finances in high school? Some yes, the majority of no. What about junior high? Can we capture junior high age students and tell them, for the rest of your life, you are going to deal with money. How you deal with it, it's going to depend on you. It's going to depend on what you were taught. It's going to depend on what you weren't taught. It's going to depend on what you see others do and how they get things, whether it's credit, whether it's they put money aside and spend it. These service members that I'm talking about have the luxury of getting paid on the 1st and on the 15th. So their money is replenished as soon as they use it. 2 weeks later, they're getting paid again. I would love to see these individuals take the necessary actions financially for their personal finances to do. The good news is there are classes for entry-level enlisted and officers at most, if not all, military installations, regardless of branch. I know because we have programs here where I work for these individuals. I am now dealing with a program called TAP, Transition Assistance Planning. So I'm assisting people who are either separating or retiring, leaving the service. You would be surprised how many conversations I just hear about how stressed some of these individuals, not all, some are about their future, about their finances. And let me end it with this. I've had a conversation with my wife, as I always do, and I've said, and I speak from experience because I'm one of these individuals as well, some service members do not know how good they have it with their finances. And I was one of those individuals as well. When I was active duty and I separated as a first lieutenant because of reduction in force, I had no clue how good I had it financially until I became a civilian in 2006 and realized how much less I was going to earn. That made me change how I deal with finances, what I spend on. And it's been 12 years, and I just finished a 3-year active duty tour where the money was incredible. The previous video on my channel was I lost 60% of my income. It's true. I've always said, and I will always continue to say, it's not how much you earn, it's what you do with what you earn. Be proactive with your finances, whether you're military or civilian, whether you're old or young, and the changes that you need to make, if you need to make changes, are going to benefit you. I speak from experience. When we're at the age of 24, I was broke, married, brand new airman in the Air Force, one stripe, and fast forward 22 years later, it's a completely different lifestyle because I've made those changes that I needed to, first and foremost for myself, second for my family, and it's a domino effect. It benefits others as well, to include first and foremost my family and myself. This video is not intended to put anyone down. It's just identifying a problem and making a video about it and sharing the message at the same time. I guarantee you there's going to be one individual or more who can relate to this, who can learn from this. Hope you've enjoyed it. Take care.